All right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to AFLNT's coverage of the 2024-2025 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League clash between St Mary's and Palmerston. We go head-to-head. This will be a great game ahead of us. Sorry, we are in Larrakia country, and welcome to Indigenous Round as well, actually. A great initiative from AFLNT and all the clubs getting on board. You'll see all of them wearing their Indigenous Guernseys, and we pay our respects to the contribution our Indigenous people have given to our game and our country as well. So I'm joined here this afternoon. My name is Sam Layton. I'm joined by Paul Maher. How are you going, Paul?
I'm sensational, Sam. How are you going?
I'm not too bad. Let me spit that out.
Second game for the day. I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied. Hey, great day. Sun's coming down now. 5:30 start here at Palmerston. Probably the informed team of the women's competition this year, Palmerston. They're sitting third, 4 wins. Big win last week over Southern Districts out of Fred's Pass as well. St Mary's a little bit slow to start. They're just sitting in 4th place with 3 wins. Good win last week, though, against Tiwi, a very much improved Tiwi. So 2 form teams over the last couple of weeks, both looking to improve. Should be a cracker.
Yeah, sure will be, and it's a nice dry deck today. A bit of wind scooting around the oval as well, but I think a young side in Palmerston. I was just having a quick flick, and most of their players have played a lot of footy with Palmerston as well, so that's great to see them coming up and sticking with some loyalty through their club. So as we get underway here, Palmerston with the tap over, but first to it was Anderson, but Byers follows up her work. She's got Polo on the end of that. Polo does a nice little kick, but Palmerston attacking it first through Torsney, their captain, and releases Gardner Dunn. She's been a spark over the last couple of weeks. Pavic in there. She's just being held onto off the ball. Coming in is Minita. She's going to kick St Mary's first goal.
Yeah, very interesting. Pavic starting up forward, so they're trying to make the most of a little bit of height there. She has been renowned to go forward a couple of times throughout the course of the season, usually in the middle of the game, but today starting off and drew the free kick, but good run on flow there from Minita, who was put Saints on the board after not even a minute.
Yeah, and a nice fast start from St Mary's. That's what Coach Ryan Smith will be wanting today. Quick out the middle. Beautiful handball from in the middle there from Byers, just to release Polo, and she's a junior from St Mary's, and she's got some great drive around a contest, and she just used that to her ability and kicked it in long. And Pavic had a great contest there too, but great finish. Yeah, already one Palmerston player just being taken off the screen. I think that's why we're just being held up here. Must have happened just in the contest there, so they're just waiting for her to get off the ground.
Yeah, interesting to see Billy Byers starting off inside as well and got that clearance out, so good start, Saints. So
back underway, ball's gone to Palmerston's advantage, but Byers first there. She's got Baird on her. Baird goes up the guts looking for Senior, just falls short there, but running through at St Mary's, and it's just hot on the deck, but pursuing that footy is Ward from Palmerston. No real clean possession out here, but it's just popped out the back, and Anderson releases Penry. Penry takes them on. She gets it on the right boot. She's got Gardner Dunn in board, just so casual with the one-hand mark. She's an absolute jet up forward for them, the youngster. I think she's only 16. And just beautiful skills and just an awesome footballer. So she was looking to come in. I think she'll just put this up to the top of the square. No real contest from St Mary's there, and it's just rolled through for a behind. So another fast stoppage clearance work from St Mary's.
Yeah, they're hot on it so far. Good run off the half-back line from Baird there too, created opportunity.
So Palmerston will bring this in through Medbury. She has 2 bounces. Pavic's going to wrap her up. That's ball, umpire. He calls it. And Pavic, beautiful pressure off that mark. It's always hard to catch those fullbacks kicking out because the 15-metre rule off the top of the square is quite a distance, but Medbury just took it too far then. Yeah, the bounce might have been the issue there. Didn't come back quite as cleanly as what she would have liked it to. Lost half a step. So Pavic comes in, but it's just hugged that to the right side of that goalpost. So we'll get another kick out from Palmerston here. Yeah, good form from Pavic with the tackle. She's going to need some goal kicking practice because the game against Point there 3 or 4 games ago, she was pushed forward, had 2 opportunities and didn't capitalise on them. So hopefully she's been working on that. So Palmerston out again. Kick just shanked, but it's read off the footy. It's just in hot dispute. Gardner Dunn, beautiful clean pickup. She goes inboard, and Pavic, a great mark, doesn't take her time in there with Groves in there, tries to get a kick away. Cannot shrug the defender, and Palmerston with some runners out. That looks like Carlton with it. You don't leave her by herself as it comes in, and a beautiful cut off there by Von Berto. So Von Berto looks out wide to Byers. Didn't quite attack the footy there. And Carlton's going to follow up her spoiling work and get it. Thomas has it. She tries to get a boot to it, doesn't quite, and Byers wraps up under there. So we'll get a stoppage inside St Mary's forward half.
Good positioning there from Von Berto, is it, from Old Scotch, in the amateurs in Melbourne. So she's up for her first year. Good positioning there across half back.
So kick around the body, sees a lasso free kick, so free to Palmerston. They'll bring that back in. Looks like Jala Hunt will take that free kick. As she looks down the line, just clears the front of that contest. Carlton trying to get rid of Baird. That's not going to be easy to do. And a swing around by Cagney, but her kick smothered off the boot as Palmerston pick it up. And Yesna just kicks it inboard, not really to anyone in space, but Palmerston clean possessions off the kick. It's going to be a foot race here. Beautiful one-hand drag in by Hum. And we'll get to see ourselves with the ball up. So that was Von Berto at the bottom of that one.
That's an inside 50 for Palmerston. They'll be pretty happy with that to get it in there. They need to make something out of this, though.
So great tap out the ruck to Thomas. Thomas goes inboard. Hum grabs the footy, but she's just held on to after she got rid of it. And a kick out by Long. Doesn't clear that far, but picked up by Forshaw. Beautiful pressure from both sides here. No one can really get a nice clean kick or run at it. Carlton does what she does best, trying to play to her strengths, kicks it off the deck. Head over the footy there is Von Berto, but she gets it out to the run of Gardner Dunn, who's pushed up the ground. Byers out the back. She's off and running here. She's called someone to come forward. Who's down there for her? But she goes herself and just slots it through for her behind.
Good turnover there from Saints. Gardner Dunn, as you said, came down the ground to get that short kick and then took off.
So Palmerston with the kick out. It goes long to a contest. Nobody takes a mark there. Senior with the spoil.
Not sure she needs to take a bounce, Sam, as soon as she steps out of that square. It's
a classic territory footy style of play, the bounce in the square. She can run 15 without it and get a good, nice long kick out, but we'll get a boundary throw in here just inside Saints forward 50. Good strong body work by Ward on Senior as it goes inside 50. Ward's back trying to pick that ball up, sorry. It comes out the back, it's just slipped out. Gardner Dunn again there. Can't take it cleanly, can't get it clean hands out there, and looking for the inefficient attempt was Von Berto, but the umpire says I'll ball it up.
She's lively, Gardner Dunn, already this afternoon, isn't she? She's in and under tackling.
She's got no fear, that girl, and Senior comes in, uncontested ruck. Groves picks it up. Doesn't get purchase on the ball though, but Gardner Dunn trying to rip it out there. She keeps her feet. Marsland just over that footy, tries to knock it out and wrapped up, and we'll get another stoppage.
So Saints need to set up here. They need to set up behind the ball. Try to get a bit of a breakthrough here because Palmerston are just shutting them down. There's that break out there now. That's a goal.
So Minita, beautiful pick up out of there and snaps on goal, and that takes her to Saints' second.
That's her second goal too, Sam. So she's very lively so far as well. Opportunist, Minita. So good start from Saints after Palmerston bottled it up there for a couple of minutes, just try to shut it down. But as I said, Saints needed to set up behind the ball, and that's what they did. They put players back. The ball came out so that the ball was a bit freer. There was not as much pressure. Minita took the opportunity, and that's not a bad kick from about 45 out too.
No, that was a beautiful shot on goal as well, and a nice snap. They're not easy to do in tight, so beautiful finish by Minita.
The Saints 5 inside 50 so far, and we've been going, about 8 minutes, so they're controlling the footy at this stage.
So as the ball goes up, Looks like Ward gets over the top. Hunt ends up with it in her lap. Sorry, that's Graham, ends up with it in her lap, and she'll get a free kick. So she'll look to go long here. And Carlton, the only one that attacked that footy, but she follows up her dropped mark, but she's got pressure coming. First there, hands out there. In front was Easton. Beautiful work by Delacour to Marsland, who just puts it on the boot. But Palmerston sitting back in that hole. So that looks like Erica Rowe has that footy. She's found a target in short in Smith. Smith's been lively the last couple of weeks. A youngster there, but Smith doesn't quite get purchase on that kick. And Carlton knocks it off the deck. No real pick up and possession here, but lots of Saints around the footy, and Thomas trying to get that one out, but umpire says my ball. So we're inside Palmerston's forward 50 again. Yet to score, but had a couple of entries so far.
Yeah, they need to set up here around the outside. They've got one or two spares out there. Saints have dragged in. They've got an opportunity here.
So that was Nessner, just gets it on the boot. And this sun is blinding me up here, and I cannot see who has that footy. But coming in, Palmerston has a set shot on goal.
I think it's Medbury, is it?
No, I don't think that looks like Medbury. Could be, though. Who knows? She's taken a couple of steps and she's hung it out left. Oh, this sure is Medbury, actually.
It's good play then from Palmerston. They had numbers out the back of the pack. Saints didn't roll up close enough. They had an option out the back once again, no pressure, and they were able to push the ball forward. And Medbury playing in front in the goal square.
So that 50, Medbury just left her mark, and the umpire hadn't called play on yet. So St Mary's will take this up to the top of the 50 through long.
Geez, that's unlucky, especially when the fullbacks are all playing on nowadays, that you give that free kick away. I'm not really sure about that.
Oh, you have to wait till they get out the square, and I don't think Long was out the square yet. So we'll go down that far side wing, and Pavik's first there. She picks it up beautifully. She delivers inside 50, not quite to the advantage of her teammates. And Palmerston are first there. They're putting body on, but Turner's in there trying to create something for St Mary's. And we'll get a boundary throw in.
Was that extra 50 metres that Nikita Long just took there? Just gives them that opportunity to move the ball a little bit faster. Pavik was good coming down the ground, turned, rolled, and then kicked forward as it created a stoppage. Ended inside 50 at the same time. So that's another one for Saints.
So ball comes in, Pavik doing the ruck work there, but read best by Palmerston. They've got some space out here. Who's out here on this near side wing? It looks like Nessner, and she takes it cleanly and goes straight over the top. Medbury can't take that mark, looking for a free, but nothing in it. Two St Mary's go for it, but Baird picks it up. She goes back to where it came from, but she's got Byers who can't quite hold that mark, but she roves her own footy. These balls just dropping short, so there must be a bit of wind out there just holding it up as Palmerston come out with it. Medbury's left long.
Got
She's
numbers here, Palmerston. That should be okay.
Thomas is out the back, but first getting back there is Baird. She does a little toe poke to herself to try and get some space, and she drives out of that contest beautifully. Buys herself some time to steady, but turns it straight over. Not a great finish.
She backed herself in there, Janet Baird, too, so it was good play, but she just let herself down with her disposal.
So Smith has it. She's gone in long. Delacour, the goalkeeper there, gets it out to Anderson. Anderson comes in board, but first there Pavik with the beautiful hands and pick up. She had pressure coming, but got the kick away down the line. Looks like Erica Rowe will be first there for Palmerston. She turns them inside out, and she finds a teammate just down the line, but just overcooks the kick a bit. And Charlie Byers is in there. She puts a shepherd on for her sister and Billy Byers as she goes down. And Turner with this in her debut game tries to get the one-handed handball, but also got tackled slightly high, so the free kick goes to her. So beautiful confidence to just take that footy on. So she's looking in board. She's got a few one-on-ones deep in there. Carlton getting back to support just to play that sweeper roll off the pack. She taps it forward. She's got Senior hot on her heels, but Byers picks it up. She takes him on. Gets it in board, just out to the front of the hotspot, and Pavik's there. She's been lively so far in this quarter. Doesn't quite get a full disposal away, but had no prior. And beautiful pressure from Palmerston's backline here, but Anderson, great body work. Gets a kick up and under. Can't take that is Von Berto, but still puts the pressure on, and Rowe gets a kick out. She's got a teammate pushed up in Braun. Braun can't take it, and McKean has it. She's got support from Gardner-Dunn, and Gardner-Dunn just swings around on the right. As it goes just inside 50, Pavic puts the fend off on, Kick doesn't quite come off, but Von Berto's got it. Is it going to bounce? And it sticks to that right-hand side, so another behind for St Mary's.
It was a bit manic, wasn't it, though? It was backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. All we really needed there was a kick to mark scenario, which then Palmerston could have just put the brakes on a little bit and tried to slow it down. Just went backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Good pressure.
So long kick out. Beautiful work by Anderson on Braun. But Palmerston have it here through May. Another Palmer youngster that's come through the ranks and earned her stripes. As Penry takes them on, gets a handball out and a kick around, but Anderson there, beautiful hands to Pavic, kept her space in that contest, but smothered by Wilson. Pavic gets it back. She's got a runner in Byers. Byers goes inboard and finds her sister Billy, a beautiful lunging mark for Billy Byers, so she'll go back and look to kick St Mary's third goal for this quarter and settle things back down on their terms.
Once again, a little bit panicky with the ball going backwards and forwards. Palmerston's still not able to get that kick mark in to stop the play. Ball's finished up on the outside. Turnover. Pavic's been lively. Sam been very good, actually, pushing up the ground. Probably needs to calm her disposal down a little bit. But we've got Billy Byers kicking for goal, and she doesn't miss too many.
She is a beautiful kick of the footy and getting better and better, and she celebrates so well. That'll get St Mary's up and about. So Billy Byers, her first for this game. So St Mary's, 15 minutes gone. We've got our 18-minute quarters we've been playing this season. 18 minutes flat, so 3 goals, 4:22 to 1 behind. St Mary's with that lead, and about 2.5 minutes left of this first quarter.
So 9 inside 50 so far for St Mary's, and the clearances are 4-0 at this stage. So you can see maybe what Palmerston have got to try and do there. They've got to shorten up inside, especially at centre bounces, because the Saints have got control through Gardner-Dunn and Byers, who is lively in there, to get some clearances out. And as you can see, they're sort of playing one back in that as a defensive runner that's going to run off. I think that's Von Berto, yeah, who's sat back off the pack. So what it actually creates is a 3-on-4 scenario. But Saints have they're obviously got a bit of a setup here, trying to work off that she's going to run off the back of the pack. So watch that.
Well, I think they're responding because Ella Ward is getting over the top. It's Ella Ward getting over the top every time and winning that ruck tap. So she's probably responding to that. But as Delacour gets a strong body work through the middle there to get a handball out, just to no one in particular. It's all congested at the top of this 50 here at the moment. So I'm sure we'll see a ball up right now.
It's the danger spot here between
turnover zone
in the merge. Yeah, it's not a good area because you've got to be right on it from a Palmerston perspective. Saints have got massive numbers there, as we can see.
So ball just flinging around in here. Nobody's really taken possession, but a great handball off the back. Releases Cagney. Cagney comes out wide. In front is Palmerston. Can't quite take the mark, but playing in front, a chop of the arms has been paid.
Which is good to see Palmerston is set up behind the ball like that, sort of create that defensive wall in case the ball does come out. That's a couple of times that they've done that, created an inside 50.
So Moy goes inside 50, can't quite get rid of it. May takes them on. Palmerston with the run out, kick to advantage there, and a beautiful mark by Alicia Hosking. She's got height, she's got strength in that back line, and she'll take a shot from about 35 out, straight out in front.
Second in line for that too. So Jade Delacour's got to the front of the pack, which is what she's usually pretty good at. But the ball just sort of dropped once it...
So doesn't finish the kick very well. Comes off the boot, just dribbles across for a behind.
Yeah, sat in behind and took the mark. That's a little bit disappointing. They get that inside 50 and have a shot for goal 40 metres out and hand the ball back to St Mary's. That's quarter time siren, Sam. So bit of a lively start. Saints all over them at the moment though. 3-4-22 to just 2 points to Palmerston. So So we could be in for a good game. Although I'm thinking that the scoring end, which has been the university end in the previous game, let's see what transpires in the next 3 quarters.
Yeah, we'll be back with you for the second quarter of this Women's Premier League clash after a short break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Cazalys Palmerston Club, making a difference.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gents, to this round 7 Women's Premier League clash between St Mary's and Palmerston. St Mary's with the lead, 3 goals, 4-22 to Palmerston, 0 goals, 2-2 behind. So, Paul, how have you seen the first quarter?
Oh, well, a little bit of a domination there by Saints. Centre clearance is 3-1. Inside 50s 9-5. But Palmerston still had opportunities. They had a set shot for goal, which unfortunately missed. And we got a free kick. Saints got a free kick for one of their goals for Pavic. So it's not as bad as what the scoreboard says. Palmerston have got some going them. So let's see what transpires in the next 18 minutes.
So Palmerston with this clearance through May. She swings around and kicks it just out to that far forward flank. Nobody taking a real clean, clear possession. As Palmerston come in board through Ronberg. They're just on the 50 there. In and under was Forshaw, and a quick kick out by Baird just into that corridor. Heading after it is Penry. Good shepherd by a teammate in Turner. And Penry gets a nice kick to Senior, who's presented well up the ground. Senior's got Groves across. She's got a 2-on-1 here. She's going to have to do something special. She's got support in. Byers comes in and lays a beautiful smother, and Byers picks it up. Swings around. She's got Marsland in short. Byers keeps running. She goes off this outside of the boot. Gardner Dunn first there. Nearly a sneaky little one-handed pick-up, but Senior a toe poke off the deck just to get her a bit of time. Coming through was Groves, picks it up, doesn't quite get rid of that footy. She follows her work up. She comes around on the right. She's having a look at the goals, and it just holds out. I think it hit the top of the post there. So St Mary's inboard in the first minute again of this second quarter.
Gee, she did some work then, Groves. Then she did she was in the 2-on-1. She managed to negate the ball and then get the ball back again, and then nearly come back and kick a miraculous goal. So Saints still got her on there, but Palmerston will have to watch that as the ball goes out of bounds. Is it a turnover?
Lasso free kick. It was just outside the 50, so St Mary's will come inboard, and it's picked up beautifully there. And playing in front is Minida. It's touched off the boot. Minida gets a quick hands out to Senior. Senior gets it out to its teammate who's kicked it inboard. Gardner Dunn's there. She's dangerous. Pavic picks it up. Minida picks it up with one hand. She's got Cagney. Cagney just takes them on. She follows up her own work. Groves rips that out, hasn't gone 15. She swings around on the right. She's got all Palmerston back there. Turner, beautiful work back with the footy. Ball's not quite out of Palmerston's danger yet. A quick flick out by Easton. But Palmerston with the numbers around this footy, and Thomas gets a kick up the corridor. Sitting under it, Parnell can't take that cleanly. Spoiled by Smith. Smith gets a small run on, and it's gone out the back. It's going to be a foot race. Looks like Long's going to get there first, but Shields getting back. Shields has got support in Medbury. Medbury gets her hands to the footy, and Sarah Hum ends up with that. She gets a boot to ball, and Parnell finishes that off. Parnell doesn't get a kick away, so that's holding the footy.
Great tackle.
Beautiful tackle, and it comes back out to Shields. She'll look to go inboard short. No one on Medbury, so she takes an easy, clean mark just inside the 50. Good
pressure from Palmerston. Although they nearly turned it over, Hum had got the ball, and it was a bit of a smothered kick to come out. I think Kiralee Parnell got a bit of a shock when it landed on her chest, and then she turned to take a couple of steps, and she was hammered. Created the turnover, which created an inside 50 shot for goal, and they're on the board.
So Medbury steered that one home for Palmerston's first of this game.
She's been a bit lively, Medbury. That's twice that she's taken the ball within scoring distance. She missed the first one down here at the other end of the ground, and now she's gone up to the university and managed to put one on the board. So inside 50s now, 4 for the quarter for Palmerston. So they've turned that around very quickly.
Yeah, and Medbury with the experience down in the forward line. She obviously played a lot of down and back last year to help them out, and they've switched things around and chucked her in the forward line. So it's obviously working.
Well, you know what it's like when you get swung down the forward line. You get a little bit excited, and you get a bit more enthusiasm in what you're trying to do, and you're excited because you're going to get your name in the paper.
Sure will, as the ball goes up over the top is Ward. She's got her hand first to the footy most of today. And the free kick's been found underneath there. Looks like Graham will take that free kick. She's looking for one free to kick to, but everyone seems to be nicely covered by St Mary's. Beautiful work there by Cagney, but Palmerston come out with it. Ronberg just collected a bit high there, I would say. Yeah, and the free kick's been...
it's gone to Saints.
It's gone to Saints, so Cagney forcing that, holding the ball. She's got some runoff from Baird. Baird goes down the line to Groves. They've done a beautiful mark as Groves just puts it out front. Didn't quite get enough purchase on that kick, but Senior picks it up. One grab, goes inboard. Looks like Parnell there on the run. She's going to pick it up. She's playing in the ruck. She composes herself. She's looking for Pavic. Pavic picks it up. She drives out, handles backwards. Parnell with the effort there to get it as Senior. Another handle backwards. Anderson, she's got to run out the back. That looks like Von Berto. She's just kicked it high up and under. There's numbers for both sides there. There's Palmerston playing front and centre. Looks like Rose picked that up. She's turned it straight back over here.
It's good pressure from Saints then, is that their numbers at the contest created the ball to come to ground.
So McKean kicks it in long. Groves at Anderson, just loses her feet. Beautiful pickup by Palmerston there. Out to Carlton. What special work can she do here on the wing? She's got pressure from Forshaw. Forshaw gets her hands to the footy first. Byers in the middle there. She's got Parnell. This is beautiful link-up play for St Mary's. And Baird puts it out to the advantage on Von Berto. That's a beautiful kick. Dropped mark, but she's got support in Anderson. Anderson comes in. And Baldwin playing in front for Palmerston.
Probably just needed to, I was going to say, slow it down there a little bit to try and get numbers to where they needed them to, but she's kicked it straight into the
corridor.
Down the corridor, yeah, sorry.
They've been going there all day at the moment, and it's not really working for them, so they might better be off in the safety going wide as Baird comes into Byers. Byers picks it up. She's gone into the pocket. She's given her forward some space. Minita picks it up. Puts it on the right. She's going to get a good bounce.
Oh, it's gone the other way.
It's gone the other way, but Gardner Dunn, what can she do? The 16-year-old in there, she wheels around on the right, and she's just pulled that to the left.
It's always the way, isn't it? The way that you want it to bounce, it goes the other way. It's good effort, though. Saints put the pressure back on again, brought the ball back inside 50. So they're trying to even the numbers up there, back inside 50 to give some opportunity to score.
They're just making things a little bit tougher for themselves at the moment. Just having to work overtime to get that ball back. The Senior goes up for that mark, can't take it cleanly, but it comes out to Moya, and Moya goes into that corridor again where Baird's been first to that footy all day today.
She's just sort of sweeping out the back there, Sam, isn't she? She's just sort of waiting for that. It's like she's quite happy to play that loose defender role.
That's what a good halfback would do, as Parnell just tips it straight down to the throat of Smith, but can't take it cleanly. But it's come out the back by McKean. First to the footy there. It could have been high, but umpire said play on. Ball's kicked off. Baird's there first to it. She just picks it up. She goes long. She's got Groves coming out. She's got Gardner going back with the flat. Beautiful contested mark. Gardner done.
That's good work. She got in front. So the key forward is the one that stands, gets in front, take the ball if it does drop short. And she found herself probably not the ideal person to be dropping in front of the big forward, but she's taken the mark inside 50.
So she goes in. Pavic's there. Pavic just got her hands to the footy. Groves is there. Groves being held onto without the ball, so she'll win herself a free kick.
It's a little bit unlucky there from Palmerston. As the ball hits the ground, you sort of start panicking from a defender's point of view. You don't want her to pick it up, or when she does pick it up, you want to hang on to her, try and either create a stoppage or draw a free kick. And she's just virtually thrown her arms back and been able to draw the free kick. Good forward, forwards craft, yes.
So Tori Groves comes in.
She's hit the post.
On the right, and she's hit the woodwork too.
Well, Palmerston are getting a little bit of luck here. That's a couple of goals that Saints have missed, and they've hit the post with one, so it gives them a little bit of hope still it takes that scoreboard pressure off. The only problem is that Saints have had 10 shots. It's 10 scoring shots now to 3, which gives them a little bit of dominance. So let's see what Palmerston can do here.
McMasters just tries to go the bounce, but doesn't quite complete it cleanly, and she's got pressure. Gardner-Dunn's there, in and under. As the ball slipped out, Gardner-Dunn kicks it off the deck, just through for a behind. So beautiful forward pressure from St Mary's there, really coming in as soon as McMasters just took off there.
Well, what did we speak about before about bouncing the ball, running out of full back? That's, you know...
Kills me every time. Run 15 metres. You can run 30 metres and take one bounce. You get halfway up the ground at this rate. So Palmerston kick it in. It was not clean, but it's picked up beautifully by Graham as she goes straight up that corridor. It might work for them this time. She's got some runners out the back. But St Mary's good contesting work there as Byers pops out the middle with it. Hasn't quite got anyone hosking there with a big tap down. Nobody can really take it. Looks like Ronberg at the bottom of that. Delacour just trying to get over the top of her. And Byers off the back. She takes off. Graham just grabs the Guernsey. Affects the handball, and Delacour's got 3 to beat here. She can't beat them all herself, and Moya gets that kick away. And beautiful mark again by Janet Baird. So she's probably taken about 5 or 6 of those marks in this quarter alone. So...
Well, that one was a contested one. The balance of them have mainly been uncontested, as we've got a Palmerston player down in the middle of the ground there.
So Byers comes in board, just gets a handball to Baird. Baird looking for Gardner-Dunn. Gardner-Dunn doesn't take the mark, but picks it up, gets it out to Grove. Grove gets it out to Marsland. Still pursuing that footy.
Great tackle.
Tackled strongly.
Great tackle.
Beautiful work, Jarla Hunt with the finish there.
They had numbers back then, Palmerston, which is good to see, because they're strongly defending, pushing numbers back, as we see that player is now being carried off the ground. Not quite sure who it is. We don't want to alarm any relatives at this stage. But yeah, Palmerston were good to push numbers back down, and as Saints were throwing the ball around trying to get an option to score, they found themselves tackled. So good pressure, numbers back behind the ball. What they needed to do work on now, Sam, is that trying to hang on to the footy, so that when they do get it, instead of just bombing it back down the corridor like they were and giving Janet Baird stat after stat, is that they need to start moving around a little bit. But that's the pressure that Saints forwards are putting on them, though, at the same time, is creating the panic scenario or the panic kick out. So
this is the only issue with no time on, is that this... I know player safety is at paramount, but she's in the middle of the ground. She's not really in the line of play here, so we should see this continue on. I mean, if St Mary's could count right now, Palmerston would be back to the start at the moment. They've got 17 players on the field, but player safety comes first, so we've just had a stop in play here still as she gets carried off.
Well, the stretcher rule should really come into this case scenario, or they should have a stretcher on the ground to take her off. So let's not. Let's hope that she's all right, and we can get a restart when she's off the ground and safe to do so. So
it's going to take a few kicks to get to where they are now. So if they call the stretcher, the time will stop, but they haven't. So we're still just waiting here for them to come off.
Should give them time to reset here and to get numbers back in. What do we... Was it...
It's a free kick there for holding the footy.
That's right.
Inside Palmerston's back line. So Jarla Hunt will take that. She's been playing a bit of footy. She lives over in Kununurra at the moment. She's been playing a bit of footy over there. She's a absolute gun as we come out with it here. So Mary's have got it. They've got some runners. Can't cleanly put that handball, but Byers is on the end of it. She's got Pavic out wide. Pavic spent it before she had it.
Great tackle.
Strong tackle there. As the ball's just going to roll over the boundary line, and we'll get a ball up here. Boundary throw in. Good
pressure again then from Palmerston, as that Pavic knew that she was going to be a little bit under pressure when she took the ball, which created the turnover or the fumble.
So Penry in the ruck against Rowe. It's just floated out the back there first to it. Looks like Marsland. She gets it on the boot Turner, good attempt at the contest there, and Carlton puts it on the outside of the boot. She does what she's doing best, gets her run on, but it's cut off by Byers and picked up by May. No real clean possession, but Carlton gets a kick away. Pushed up the ground is Medbury. Medbury releases Taylor Smith, but St Mary's trying to mop up that work. Good body in there from McKean, and McKean just caught high off that footy, so she'll win herself a free kick.
It's good work. She got to the front of the pack, bent over to pick the ball up and drew the free kick. She might have to get rid of it in a hurry here.
Just took a few faster steps at the back, but Polo cleans up her work for her. Anderson just loses her feet, but Polo kicks it out to some space as Anderson's first there. She looks up. She's got a Palmerston player in front in Rowe. Rowe has to wait for the bounce, and Pavic attacks it first, but Rowe gets her hands to the footy. Polo going back with the flight. She takes it, takes them on. Beautiful in front there by Sarah Hum, but can't quite cleanly take that mark as Parnell. Great pickup. Just swings around on the boot. Just getting caught behind it, inexperienced there, but good mark by Braun. And Braun goes out, switches it out to the fat side. She's got Romberg on the run there. Romberg being chased by Forshaw. Forshaw gets her. That's a beautiful
Great
chase down tackle. Reward her, umpire. Unlucky Emily Forshaw there. And she was in a paddock. He's paid it now. So she'll go back and take that free kick.
It's a good run down. A couple of weeks ago she had a knee brace on, so it's obviously a bit of a miracle comeback there. So, and she's back up and running.
So St Mary's just slow things down. Beautiful mark in front. So looking for the hands. Baird runs off the half-back. She's going to look to go in long. Just drops a bit short. Senior can't quite get away, but gets her hand to it first. She's got Cagney there. Cagney's pursuing this footy. She nicks it out there, but Mineta picks it up. Cagney's still going. She can't quite get it, and it comes off her boot and rolls through for a behind.
So much opportunity there for Saints. They just can't grab the footy, can they? But it's a hot footy because it's under there's so much pressure from Palmerston. The handballs aren't going to hands; they're going to ground. So they're going to keep that up, Palmerston. But
yet to kick a goal, St Mary's this quarter.
Palmerston got the great run down there from Emily Forshaw there before, but Palmerston, the issue was that they hung onto the ball a little bit longer because they had nobody to kick it to.
So they've gone back up the corridor. Strong mark by Smith. Crowd's telling her go in the middle, but she goes wide to her safety net in Carlton. Carlton picks it up. She gets it on the boot straight up. She's got a hot contest here and beautiful body work there from Von Berto and the back half back there just to take that front position.
I think they've got to come a little bit further down the ground, Palmerston. When that's happening, the ball's probably spent most of its time in St Mary's half, and the Palmerston forward's probably a little bit too far down the ground. If there had been another half a kick, that would have been theirs.
So Anderson's kick just slightly off to Smith. Strong tackle, strong work there, in and under. Looks like Delacour at the bottom of that pack. And we'll get a ball up.
Oh, my,
15 seconds left.
15 seconds. So it's just about half time. So it's, as you said, Sam, St Mary's unable to score this quarter. They've had plenty of opportunity. Palmerston got the one goal, which was very early.
So ball's just in dispute on this wing. This siren should go any second now, and it's just popped out. Palmerston best in position by Smith. Smith just bumped off the footy as she kicked it, so it'll be downfield free kick. It's a red time here. They potentially, timekeepers may have stopped the clock, I think, for that Palmerston player coming off.
For the injury stoppage.
Yeah.
We're playing EPL injury time, are we?
Yes, I believe we're already 8.5 minutes according to our clock as Palmerston go in deep. But sitting back there is Von Berto, just telling everyone to slow it down. She's probably looked at the clock. I mean, it's got 0 minutes left on the clock.
There we go.
And there's the halftime siren. So no goals kicked by St Mary's, 1 kicked by Medbury in that quarter. St Mary's leading 3 goals 9-27 to Palmerston 1 goal 2-8. We're in a hot clash here, and we'll be back with you after a short break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Cazalys Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this round 7 clash between St Mary's and Palmerston Women's Premier League. You are joined by Sam Layton and Paul Ma. Paul, how have you seen the first half?
Oh, the second quarter was a tight, very hard tussle. Palmerston jumped out early, 4 or 5 quick inside 50s, and then St Mary's just virtually controlled the probably back 10 or 12 minutes. Just consistently bombing it inside 50s. They had 12 inside 50s in that back, probably 10 or 12 minutes of that quarter, but just couldn't score. They put on
5 behinds last quarter.
5 behind. So and from inside the goal square, some of those too, but from the pressure. So it's going to be a tussle. If Palmerston are going to play in the negating role to try and shut them down, they've got to score first. So it'd be very interesting to see how we go.
So Parnell takes that one out the ruck, and Ronberg was first there for it, but Gardner Dunn followed up with a beautiful tackle and wrapped her up, so she'll look to put this ball inside 50. The umpire's blown his whistle, and it looks like a 50 has been given away. Couldn't tell you what that's for, but Gardner Dunn will be on the end of it, with Byers just telling her to take her time, have a shot on goal. So inside 50 in the first 30 seconds for St Mary's.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a disciplined one or whether the ball didn't go back properly or what happened there, but that you don't need that from a Palmerston point of view, especially when we're looking at this being the scoring end of the ground as she puts it through. So
Gardner Dunn kicks her first for the game and kicks St Mary's third quarter off to a beauty.
Yeah, as I said, not exactly what Palmerston were looking for. They were probably trying to play okay, we've held them for a quarter, we've weathered the storm, we need to break free a little bit, we need to be a little bit more direct with what we're trying to do with the footy, especially when they're trying to bring it out of defence and spread. They've got plenty of room out here at Palmerston on this oval, which is very heavily weighted to the university side. So there's a lot of space out the other side that they can utilise to get some run, but that 50-metre penalty has just cost them massively.
Sure has. So back in the middle here, and it looks like Ward versus Parnell. Parnell was just trying to read that tap off Ward. She took it out the ruck last time, but Ward ends up with it and clears it out inside their forward 50, and Baird first there, picks it up, one grab, gets it out to Cagney. Cagney's going to put this out on the far side wing to Parnell. Just gets a hand in there for Palmerston to just affect that spoil, but McKean keeps it in front. Senior picks it up, heads into the turnover zone on that half forward. It's just going to creep inside 50 here, and a beautiful handball by Von Verdo to Anderson. Anderson hits up the hot spot there, reading it beautifully. Is Miniter snaps on the right, straight over the goal umpire's head, and that's Saint's second in 2 minutes.
Well, great play there from Kiralee Parnell is that she fought for the ball there and managed to get it, take possession and handball it off. And then a couple of quick kicks out, but Saints players were in front, which is what key forwards always want to be able to do, is get in front. If the ball drops forward, push the ball forward. Miniter's been very good, hasn't she, around the stoppages and around the goals. She had a little bit of space there. She was a little bit further up the ground. Not like last quarter when everything was virtually based in the goal square. But she's probably kicked that from 30, 35, on a bit of a right foot snap. So good move getting Parnell into the ruck. So they're back in the middle here. Ward just gets over the top. And Byers is just added with Tabitha May here, but picked up beautifully by Forshaw, and she gets a kick out, and there's Miniter, the goal kicker. She's kicked 3 already this game. She's got support from Senior. She follows it up. Senior just gives it back to her, but Hunt wraps her up. No real prior, but it just dribbles out, and we'll get a ball up here. So I think Tashani Graham had the ice on her knee at half-time, so I believe it was her that maybe went down in that last quarter that we're waiting for, as the Bulls get another throw up here. So Parnell versus Ward. Ward gets it out to the wing, but Forshaw, beautiful pick up to Gardner Dunn. Gardner Dunn swings around, but Senior can't take it cleanly. Gardner Dunn still pursuing that. She's kicked it off the deck. Who's there for St Mary's? Von Berto picks it up. She's tackled strongly. Ball spills out. Gardner Dunn again. She toe pokes it just to get herself a metre away from her defender, but she's wrapped up. She's got 4 Palmerston heading towards her.
and she escorts that over the boundary line. So
well, she was dragging them along with her. She just kept fighting for it then, didn't she? She wasn't going to give up.
So she had 4 to beat there, and that St Mary's just keeping their distance wide and just ended up rolling over the boundary line. So we'll get a throw in inside of St Mary's forward 50, and Senior going to do the ruck work here. Comes out the back. Smith can't pick it up, but picked up and released Palmerston, but good forward pressure from St Mary's as Byers comes over it. Kick off the deck by Ronberg, but Anderson picks it up. She's been tackled strongly. She's got no prior there. Can't get rid of it. So we'll get another ball up.
Palmerston got to get numbers around the ball here because Saints. This is where Saints have been really good. They'll set somebody up out the back, free them up.
So Palmerston kick it out. Baird versus Braun. Nobody just clears that contest. Parnell picks it up. She's got Baird with her. Baird looks to switch it. And she changes lane. She's got Byers there on the run. Byers turns inside out. She composes. She looks in. She's got Marsland. Nice beautiful lead. Beautiful finish, Billy Byers, to set Georgia Marsland up for her first goal of this quarter.
She just sat back and waited for the ball to bounce up to her, didn't she? And when it did, couple of shimmies, a couple of left foot, right foot twists, and Marsland presented very, very well for her. Kicked 6 a couple of weeks ago against Tiwi, so she knows how to kick a goal.
So she comes in.
Oh, sorry.
Commentator's curse. Comes up the side of the boot, but it's bounced before it met the boundary line. So we'll get a throw in deep inside St Mary's forward 50.
Yeah, maybe she's an opportunist forward. maybe she got a couple of Joe the Gooses over the top.
Yeah, I think it was that Wanderers game. There was a lot of goals kicked in that game as ball goes back up. Senior in the ruck. Garner Dunn gets a hand to it, but kicked out by Palmerston. And they'll look to find Wilson. Wilson can't take it cleanly. Anderson turns them inside out. She U-turns. Looks like Minute is there, but read it best from Palmerston was it Jade Moyer. So she'll come out to the wing here. Jala Hunt on the run. She loves a run. She'll run 20 Ks a day if she could. As they look to go inboard, it comes not a great kick off this side of the boot. Penry meets it with her foot. Anderson in there again, fighting for it, and Penry comes in to hold that ball up.
They look flat-footed, Palmerston, don't they, Sam? They're behind the footy. They're behind their players. They're 15, 20 metres away from their opposition here at a stoppage. I don't know if they've run out of fuel tickets or not.
So Pavic went into the ruck then, and it's pulled out, but kicked straight to Delacour. She has a bounce. She's headed for the wing. She goes down to the flank. Beautiful work at the back there, but nobody's taken it yet. Anderson picks it up, and she's wrapped up. She'll force a ball up here.
They need to set up here, Palmerston, to
it looks like
defensively.
Oh,
no.
Umpires found a free kick. Might have been a high. There's a bit of height difference between these two, the one on the mark.
Yeah,
called to play on.
Might not have been that difficult to give that free kick away.
Comes out the back, meeting it with Senior. She just taps it out to Groves. Groves comes around. She comes around on the snap on the right. The goal umpire ducked then. I think it went through. And it sure did. So Tori Groves Little, they kick their first for the game. And Saints are part on 3 for this quarter. Yeah,
it was the free kick. She drew the free kick, which gave them opportunity. I'm not really sure that anybody sort of realised whose kicker was, which gave St Mary's an option to have a couple of loose and quick use of the football. The ball hits the ground, and Groves has been good. She was good down the other end here in the second quarter too. Had a couple of snaps, and she's lively in around, and she didn't let the scoreboard down there. That's with that kick either. So 3 quick goals here from Saints in the first 8 minutes of the quarter has really sort of put Palmerston in a bit of a bad situation.
So Groves Little's come across from Queensland as well. They know Janet Baird. So as we get a run on Palmerston, get a clearance out and an inside 50 through Carlton. Meeting it was Easton, still pursuing it, but picked up by Baird. Can't get a clean handball away. Polo's in there at the bottom of that pack, but bursting through, trying to make something out of nothing, but picked up by Gardner Dunn. She kicks it out, but cut off by the captain in Torsney. Which Torsney, she grew up playing all that footy at Palmerston as well, so it's great to see her come through the ranks. She's a young leader at the Palmerston Footy Club, but she goes down and Cagney in front too, grabs and takes the mark. So Cagney looks to go straight back where it came from and straight back to Erica Rowe there, but Groves Little comes out with it, shrugs off one tackle, gets a hand, releases Pavic. Pavic's under pressure, just loses her feet. Groves Little using her body, well done. Gives away a free kick.
Both hands, not sure about that one.
In the side, I thought, but whatever, the umpire sees it, and they've got Carlton out on the wing by herself, but good pressure. McKean's got that mark covered. Carlton's got Niesna. Niesna's telling them to settle down. Looks like you'll need to go fast. Oh, St Mary's will set up in your forward line for you. Beautiful long kick straight in. McKean goes up, but Cagney's at the back there. Ball's on the deck. Good body work in and under there. Baird picks it up, but ball spills out to Cagney. Cagney's going to look for a teammate in Turner. As Turner's got 2 to beat here, she takes it and goes. Beautiful confidence, has a bounce. Doesn't quite come off. Rose there to put the pressure on. They pushed her off the footy. She's still going. Beautiful work there, but Rowe gets a handball out to Moya. It's turned back over. They've gone into that corridor again. It's not working for them, but they keep having a crack. And Palmerston come out with it at the end there, and Gardner Dunn, great pressure, keeps her feet. She's got a low centre of gravity, good smother off the boot. And the ball's just going to be held up in St Mary's forward half.
Good pressure again from Saints. Palmerston had an out then, but they shut that down very quickly.
So Pavic doing the ruck work. Picked up by Penry. Penry gets a small handball to Turner. Turner just collected after she kicked it. Pavic gets a kick away, saying you can't take it cleanly, and Rowe picks it up. She kicks it out to the space. So it's a foot race is on, and it's Easton versus Long. Long uses her body well. She gets a quick kick away from her one grab. And Turner's first there to meet it. Beautiful bump, hip and shoulder in the side. She's got support there from Byers. As Byers kicks it off the deck. Groves Little's there, can't pick it up. She picks it up, turns it inside out, loses her feet, just puts that one on the deck, and a beautiful tackle there by Palmerston and Jala Hunt.
Yeah, it's one too many U-turns in there, I think, is that...
She's trying to do too much with the footy.
Yeah, got around the first one, but Jala wasn't going to let her go around the second time.
Jala's an animal sometimes, and she's showing it here today, and she comes in board. Palmerston looking to switch here. I love this risk-taking from this young side. They've got run in their legs. They're going to have a look as McMaster's heads onto it, but she's got a 2-on-1 there.
Oh, lost her feet.
Picked up there, but can't quite get a clean possession. Knocked off the ball. Senior ends up with it. She spins around. Another one hits the woodwork today. It's been the fashion of the day for the behinds.
It has a bit. That's that risk versus reward. You said that it was good to see them take the risk and go across goal because they've got avenues. But the only problem was that the kick didn't hit the mark, and then it became a 2-on-1. She lost her feet. McMaster's there lost her feet and then turned the ball over. Very lucky for Palmerston that they've been able to get the footy back.
So McMasters comes out, takes Seniors in front, takes that cleanly. She puts it back in. She's got Marsland in the square. Marsland runs into an open goal square and kicks another goal for St Mary's.
And then they turned the ball back over again. So being able to, number one, they've taken the risk to come across goal. They got away with it when the ball hit the post, but they weren't going to get away with it a second time when they came back out the other side to a full book. Only to see St Mary's drop in, take the mark and create the turnover, and then Georgia Marsland, maybe one of those 6 the other week against Wanderers, came that same way because she wasn't missing that one.
No, I'd hope not, but probably that switch as well for Palmerston probably just needs to be taken out at the top of the 50, not so far deep, because in women's footy, if you take that 15-20 metre out from goal, you're going to get punished. So it's at least 2 kicks if you're on that 50 paint when you switch it. So maybe just an extra kick and then that risk would have been rewarded. Wait
until you cross the line before you go taking the risk.
So Parnell dominant in the ruck, then out to Byers. Byers gets a quick flick out, back to Parnell. Parnell's got a teammate over the far side in Turner. Turner's got support from Byers, but Palmerston get a kick away. Pursuing that footy, coming in with Cagney off the halfback. Can't take it cleanly. Is just held onto by Shields. The ball's just in dispute. Parnell gets her hands up as she picks the ball up. And the umpire's found a free kick. He's kind of signalled that as Parnell brought her hands up, it was a high. So, anywho, Emily Forshaw cuts that one off. That's probably a bit of karma there. So Forshaw looking down the line. Beautiful kick to Miniter, who's pushed up. Love to see Saints switch it here. They've got a bit of run in the legs. She's gone to a 2-on-1 with Carlton, and Senior just attacks the footy hard. She gets a little toe poke to Groves Little. Groves Little comes in.
Oh.
Doesn't quite square up enough, and they've kicked a behind.
Should have been a little chip or a handball there over the top to Marsland. It was in that same spot that she was before, just sliding out the back of the pack.
Yeah, missing me to mention that it is Indigenous rounds. You might have just seen the Aboriginal flag in the background on the goal umpires' flag they're waving. They've got one Torres Strait, one Aboriginal flag there, so it's great to see support there for Indigenous round in the NTFL. So ball's come out, and it's going to be turned over and cut off by Parnell. She's reading this ball beautifully today. She's got Von Berto in there. It's just being clotheslined, and she'll go back. She's been solid for them. I was going to say that's 50. The Palmerstons just inexperienced, just run across the mark there, just pointing to Parnell there that she's going to pick her up, but she needed to go around.
Yeah, it's the 2 metre rule, or the 1 point. I think it's the 2 metre rule.
I think she cut across in front of the mark.
Yeah.
That's going to be 50 any day as soon as that person's pushing back. If you cut across there, but
rules are rules, Sam.
We're not under eights footy here. We're Women's Premier League, and we're seeing some beautiful skill on display here from both sides at times. So Von Berto will come in. St Mary's piling on 4 goals this quarter. Can she make it 5 with 2 minutes left? So she comes in. There's a couple in the goal square. Slight breeze.
It's hit the post again. So she's had a very, as the longer the game's gone on, Von Berto's getting better and better. She started off a little bit scratchy possession-wise, but then she's sort of taken it upon herself to get the feel of the game, and now she's sort of taken off. We've just seen the ball turned over there, I think, from Palmerston, from the full-back kick out.
A lasso free kick. I think it cleared, unless it went out on the full. Hasn't cleared the 50 yet, but Byers will be the receiver of that, and she puts it up to the hot spot there. Getting their hands first to it was Groves Little. Still in and under. Marsden out the back, gets a foot to it, but it's going to roll over the boundary line for a throw-in.
So Palmerston need to regroup here now. They need to be strong. They've had a couple of let-offs by with the ball hitting the post. They need to sort of make the most of that, but once again, we see the scoreboard telling the story of 19 scoring shots and to 3. It's inside 50s as well this quarter, are all Saints' way.
So Miniter with a quick hands out. Von Berto, the snap around the corner on the right, but McMaster's set up in front there. And McMaster's will look the switch again. She's got Carlton. Carlton a stretching mark out front of McKean. Carlton just allowing her teammates time to get down as May takes a mark under pressure. May's looking to go down. She's looking for Carlton doing the hard yards. Carlton's wrapped up by McKean.
It was a good run then. She had that. She was always going to set up to run down there and try to get that second possession.
So Ward gets the tap there to Medbury. Medbury kicks it down the line. Cagney with the spoil there, and Miniter out the back just to take them on. She's got some runners in, board in Forshaw. Forshaw spins around, had Cagney out the outside. And the siren is going to beat that mark. So as the ball just entered 50. St Mary's at 3/4 time leading 7 goals 12-24, leading Palmerston at 1 goal to 8. A good game here, and St Mary's really putting their foot on the pedal and piling on some goals in that quarter. We'll be back with you after a short break for the last.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Cazalys Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Cazalys Palmerston Club, making a difference.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AFL&T's coverage of the TIO NTFL Women's Premier League Round 7 clash between St Mary's and Palmerston. You're looking at St Mary's putting the foot down and kicking 7-12-54, leading Palmerston 1-2-8 as we head into our last quarter. And Paul, how did you see the last quarter?
The third quarter was just a St Mary's annihilation. They kicked the first 2 or 3 in the first 8 minutes, and then they sealed another one later on. So 4-3 to no score. Palmerston, although did make it inside 53 times, the Saints machine just barreled them back out again. So it was a total domination from Saints in that quarter. So to push to a very commanding 45 point lead, 45
46.
Point lead.
Oh, we got 54 here, we got 53 here.
The scores are a bit, it's 56 point lead. So 46 point lead. So it's just about done here, I reckon. Palmerston were looking their slow, heavy legs before from doing all the chasing, and I think that now Saints are probably just going to go, look, we've got 18 minutes to go. Let's just roll these next 18 minutes and just put this game away.
So the ball's been played on the half back a little bit here for this first minute of this quarter as McKean has got Carlton chasing her. And the ball spills across the boundary line. Hopefully this is the scoring end this quarter. It's all been down the far end, and I haven't got good vision down there. And hopefully if St Mary's kick another couple, it'll be right in front of us here.
Well, it has been the scoring end, and it was the same during the men's game previously, where Saints managed to put on 6 goals at that far end in the first quarter, and that goal umpire at that end has had a lot of work to do.
So Parnell wins herself a free kick out of the ruck as Forshaw working hard off the half back here. She's got support from Delacour. She just turns inboard and gets wrapped up and holding the footy. So Palmerston will take the free kick through Hunt. Hunt will be told to go back behind her mark. Don't be cheeky. So she has a teammate out wide, but Von Berto's going to get there first. She's played strong, hard footy all game, but beautiful body work by Baldwin just to push her off. As Sarah Hum heads for the footy, but Baldwin gets it back. She's got Jarla Hunt in support as Hunt swings around on the right. Front position is Easton against Baird, and it's just going to spill over the boundary line.
We'll count that as an inside 50. They're battling hard, Palmerston. They're never giving up. They're taking possession and handballing it off. It's just that St Mary's pressure has been good from the first bounce. So they had to probably get in there and start helping each other out, body on body, and creating some space.
So shallow throw in. Ward takes it off Von Berto, who was in the ruck. Von Berto sort of argues with the umpire, and it's just going to roll through for a behind. So we've got a bit of lightning action happening in the background here. It's very far in the distance. There's a beautiful little sunset going on. So as Nikita Long will bring this footy in. She has a look left, looks right, goes left. Tries to hit a target there, but it's contested by Smith. And it will roll over the boundary line for a ball in deep inside Palmerston's forward 50.
Yeah, it's a rare error from Saints to bringing the ball out of defence. They decided to go short, but Palmerston were onto it.
So Penry's in the ruck for St Mary's against Ward. She's the beneficiary of the slightly wayward throw-in. St Mary's have numbers behind the ball, and Baird looks to go across goals. She's going to be called run too far.
Oh, dear. I'm not sure she knew where she was going.
No.
I thought she might have been going to have a shot for goal and then realised that she was going the wrong way. That's a very brave umpiring decision. I'd like to go back and get the step counter onto that one. So, but, hey, you win some, you lose some. Natasha Medbury's just had a bit of a win here, I think.
Sure has, and she'll come in, take a few steps and kick her second goal for this game, and Palmerston's second as well. And
inside 50 as well. So the little short kick from Nikita Long probably would not have the coaching staff very happy about turning the ball over to a stoppage, which then created a clearance for Palmerston, and then the free kick for Janet Baird, taking like 4.5 steps, I think, over.
Yeah, it didn't look a full 15.
Over about 8 metres.
But anyway, I'm not umpiring, I'm commentating. So we'll restart in the middle here. Senior's gone into the ruck. Ward's rucked strongly all day for Palmerston. It's had a couple of chop outs, but Senior gets over the top, gets it straight into the hands of Von Berto as a defensive mid. Von Berto will go down in the forward line. Cagney's pursuing it. They've moved Janet Baird and Nikita Long into the back line here. Von Berto kicked it the wrong way. Sorry, I didn't even realise. So they've Nikita Long and Janet Baird have fixed that issue. Byers in pursuit here, but picked up by Baldwin first. The water runners stacked it in the middle of the deck there, but Senior a kick off the deck, and Penry one grab. Gets her hands free. But Smith going to be there first for Palmerston, but Pollows kept her feet, tried to create something beautiful. Shepherd by Cagney for Byers to pick it up and swing around. She goes down the line, and Hunt, uncontested, takes a mark. So Hunt will go back to where it came from. And she's got Ward there. Ward does a small little kick over the top. She sees her teammate in Easton. Easton's played on. Not played. Now. Easton looks inboard and finds Aisha Thompson. Thomas, sorry. Aisha Thomas. Let me retry your name.
Are you right there? You want to start again?
Been coughing here. I can't spit my words out. It's been a long day.
Good play from Palmerston. They got the turnover and they were able to just chip the ball around a little bit to get it to a player that's within kicking distance or within scoring distance anyway. So, but it managed to push another inside 50. So they're not going to lie down, Palmerston. They're not going to get run over here. They're going to fight. They're going to try and get some respect into that scoreboard because Saints have had a really good third quarter, but apart from that, it's been a fairly level game.
So Baird will take the kick out honours. She goes out long. Pavic contests that. Carlton first to it. Spins around. Just gets it on the boot. High up and under. McKean's first there. Nobody can take that mark and it'll roll straight over. So it's cleared right on the paint of the 50 of Palmerston's half-forward flank.
So they get another inside 50 here and they get an opportunity to score. Just starts to get, as I said, get some respect back on the scoreboard because it hasn't been such a bad day for them. They just sort of probably let themselves down for about 8 or 10 minutes of that third quarter.
So Penry just got a push in the back there, so she'll win herself a free kick. And she'll go short, but it's cut off by Ward. Ward's got her teammate in Smith in the middle, and it's Cagney's first to the footy. She still pursues it. Bounces nicely for her. She's got a teammate in Long inboard.
Oh.
Long just gets it out on the deck. In there is Forshaw, tries to get a kick away, but can't, and Smith picks it up. She goes around on the right. Playing in front was Natasha Medbury, and she'll line up for her third goal.
They fought hard there. That they weren't going to let it go, and the Samaritans were a little bit lazy on that. They just sort of picked it up, and they were sort of, am I going to get it? Am I not going to get it? Picked it up, and then handball. Oh, she's missed that.
Gone across to the left.
Handballed it to a stationary Nikita Long, who had no opportunity.
Yeah, and I think the first 3 or 4 minutes of this quarter were working brilliantly for them, and they were working, and their work rates just dropped off a bit here. So they're sitting out the back, just making things hard for themselves as Baird comes in long to Delacour. Delacour looks to the side and finds Senior. This is a nice composed exit out of the middle, out of the back, sorry, and it comes into the middle to Delacour. Delacour's call goes long down to Marsland. Beautiful hands up in front of McMasters. Marsland's turned around. She's got teammates streaming forward, but puts herself under pressure. 3 lazy Palmerston were just sitting there waiting for her to play on, and as she's followed it up, a beautiful strong tackle. The ball's coming out. Carlton's picked it up. Baird in front against Medbury, gets the spoil in. Medbury's got support through Thomas. Can't quite grab it, but Ronberg is there. A kick out. Hunt set up back, just waiting. So Hunt's looking for something. Hasn't got too much leading for her, so kicks to a contest. Baird stands strong in there and takes a beautiful mark.
She's had a good game, Sam, hasn't she? She's just sort of played that quarterback role tonight sensationally.
Just reads the footy beautifully and looks to switch it here out to Forshaw, and Forshaw's got a runner on the outside in Turner. She's going to have to do some work here. She hasn't got the support. As Hunt turns it over, and a beautiful lunging tackle from Turner, and Forshaw comes in to support. Gets a handball out, but Byers is there. Shrugs one. Goes back in. Looks to handball. Has Groves Little. They're looking for a handball to Byers. They find it. As Byers just swings around on the boot as she's getting tackled. Coming at it from Palmerston was Braun. Just not quite keeping their feet. Ward picks it up and strongly tackled by Byers, and we'll get a ball up.
It was a hot footy then for a couple of minutes, wasn't it? It's sort of going backwards and forwards. Saints try to break out, but they're not trying to rush their kick, Saints are all. They're trying to carry the ball a little bit further, but Palmerston's defence has been pretty strong.
So Cagney gets a kick away. The umpire ducks. Nearly got a falcon in the face, but Carlton's trying to pursue this. She's got Anderson there. Anderson turns inboard, and we'll get another ball up. So we're over halfway of this final quarter. So Parnell and Rowe in the ruck. Rowe just backs up her work, but Pavic read it best. Turner gets in and under there, tries to get a handball out, but a handball's smothered. Parnell head over the footy, and Byers comes in, grabs it and forces another ball up, says let's reset. So Parnell in, Byers in and under there, trying to drive her legs out of that contest. Smith comes out with a kick out of the pack. Cagney with front position, but Palmerston all over this footy at the bottom and picked up by Polo. Polo's got Pavic outside. Pavic looks down the line. She's got nothing. She's going to come inboard. And I think it'll be a downfield free kick.
Was it downfield or was it... Because is that Turner that's down there, isn't it? And did Pavic cop one as well?
Not too sure, but I think in that marking contest, Turner just copped that. But she'll take her free kick.
Come across from Cairns. She might have come across with Janet Baird, actually. Played at Cairns City Lions. Eligible to play under 18s as well. So, it's a good young player.
So, Cagney's got this. She just goes long towards 50 and Ward. Beautiful confidence and strength there just to come through that pack and take that mark. So, Ward looks to go back to where it came from. Janet Baird sitting under it. Probably the first mark she's dropped all day. She takes them on. Hamble doesn't quite hit the target, but bounces for Pavic. Pavic gets her kick away. Anderson's there. She's got the pressure on. Runs through the pack. She's still pursuing this footy. Byers is now helping her out, but can't quite grab it. One grab would be good here. Pavic just slides in over the top.
Just needed someone to grab it, Sam, yeah. I think is what we needed. They just kept paddling along the ground. And, of course, when you paddle along the ground, you're not going to get a free kick for being held because you've got to attack the footy, yeah.
So tap from Parnell comes out. McKean's on there. She gets tackled, but picks her footy back up. Marsland in front. Beautiful read off. Minota goes again. Can she kick another?
Missed.
She's missed it. She just reads the footy so beautifully there. She's always front and centre, ready to crumb. She plays her role really well.
No, very good there. She waited to get to the right spot there too. I think the Marsland was able to bring the ball to ground in a one-on-one contest at the same thing, or bring the ball down to the front. So good inside 50 there from Saints. They worked hard to bring that one in. It's their first for the quarter.
So Torsney will bring this back in. She runs it out of the square. McKean's reading it best. Lets Carlton sit under it, and it takes a beautiful mark and a turnover. Lots of leads coming at her. Good to see deep into this last quarter. We've got 5 minutes left. She puts it up. The only person who wanted it was someone from Palmerston.
Yeah, probably needed to go to the top of the square or inboard about another 15 metres. So, tied legs. Where are we at? 13. We've got about 5 minutes to go. So tied legs on some of the girls. Some of the Saints girls have been doing some running as we've got a little bit of a light show going on behind us at the same time.
A light show and a beautiful sunset. As Pavic gets that, Groves Little handles it out. Ball still flinging around in there. Comes out to Turner. Anderson's pursuing this footy. She's trying to put a shepherd on. And being held.
Sling tackle, I think, or being held, one or the other, yep.
So Cagney will take this free kick.
She fought hard then. She was pushing the ball out in front of her again, and it just managed to hang on to it for long enough and then get rid of it so that she could draw the free kick. I'm not sure that some of the girls have got much faith in her distance here, because there's a couple of girls running into the goal square thinking they might drop short, as it does, and there you go.
They know their teammates down there, so Penry reads that best, takes a mark. She's on about a 45-degree angle. She'll kick this from about 15 out, though.
Well, it was a weight of numbers because Saints ran two of them into the goal square, so Palmerston had to sort of switch allegiances and go off one and onto the other, which created Penry to become loose and take a uncontested mark front and centre. Puts her on the scoreboard, and it stretches that lead for St Mary's a little bit further.
So about 53 points ahead now. So that's Penry's first goal as that kick came in from Cagney. So Saints still going strong into this final quarter. We've got about 3 minutes of this game.
Yeah, they just want to finish off clean here. Maybe the last 5 minutes, maybe a bruise free. No, let's not get hurt. Let's not put anybody into a scenario where we're going to miss a week, or we're going to get injured, or do anything silly. So they're just waiting for the 5-6-5 formation to set up.
So Ward gets the better of that tap and she roves her own footy. And she'll kick it wide, looking for Hosking, but Delacour first there. She's got 2 to beat. She beats 1, she beats 2. She had the third one coming in. She's still going. She's going to rip it out of there. She's got support in her teammates now, but coming off there was Ward. Ward gets it out to Smith. It's going to go bounce just over the boundary line for a throw in deep inside Palmerston's 50.
Well, that's 5 inside 50s for the quarter for Palmerston. So they're and been able to kick a goal, and they've had a couple of shots. Medbury did miss one from a very what could have been or would have been you would have thought would have been an easy shot to goal. So that they've sort of dominated the quarter at this stage. And apart from that goal that Saints just kicked, they were actually leading on the scoreboard. So, but Penry's coming into the game as well, as did Van Burdock. So there's a couple of players that they've picked up. Southern Saints, Penry, had a year with those in 24, and she's from down at Phillip Island way. So it's good to see some good talent coming into Darwin.
So Von Berto kicks that across goals, and they've switched it out here, and Byers kicks to Groves Little. They've picked it up. They're going to take the tackler on. Kicks it off the side of the boot. Not quite to her teammates' advantage, but Marsland working hard to get there. She wraps up. Beautiful wrap-up tackle. She had a 2-on-1 there and managed to hold that footy up.
Yeah, neutralised it, which was good. It was better than a loss.
So we'll get a ball up here. Ward versus Senior. Ball stuck in the middle of that pack between the two of them. So about 15 seconds left. What can Saints do? Can they get one more forward entry? Heads back into the middle through Palmerston. Running through was Ronberg. Janet Baird ends up with it. She kicks long to Groves Little. Tries to use their body. Doesn't quite lose their feet. Gets back up. Tackled strongly.
So they're not going to lay down Palmerston at all. They're fighting until the end. They've been very valiant in this last quarter, been able to push the ball inside 50 and even have a couple of scoring opportunities. But on the night, unfortunately for Palmerston, Saints have just been too strong with an 8-13, 61 to 2-5-17 victory. Goal kickers, Sam?
I got one for Shakalia Gardner-Dunn, one for Billy Byers, 3 for Nikisha Miniter, 1 for Ali Penry, 1 for Tori Groves Little. And the goal kicker, the solo goal kicker for Palmerston was 2 to Natasha Medbury. And I think that sort of sums up a nice broad range for St Mary's. And Gardner-Dunn was a standout in the forward line, creating so much, giving spark. I think Marsland stood up when she needed to. Across the half-back, Janet Baird probably took about 15, 20 intercept marks today. Probably only dropped about 1 out of them as well. Paula Pavic was great, I thought, down forward early on. Von Berto really composed throughout all over the ground. And then for Palmerston, I think Ella Ward stand out for them in the ruck. She rucked all day and absolutely it was everywhere around the ground. Obviously, Natasha Medbury with the 2. She created some things up forward. Marika Carlton gave them a bit of run, and Taylor Smith as well, I thought. She pushed up. She worked hard all day too for them. Is anyone I missed?
Oh, Dejala Hunt, but I mean, it's probably just a normal day out for her, or night out for her. They were very, as I said earlier in the broadcast, is that they were very valiant in how they performed and what they did. They really only got blown out of the water in that third quarter. Probably first and third quarter. The third quarter was a massive one, but they spread themselves around. First quarter inside 50s, they nearly matched Saints. Second quarter, that was fairly level. Third quarter, they dropped their bundle. They were only able to go in 3 times. And out of those 3 times, I think they were very early, and then they hardly got the ball into their forward half of the ground after that. Saints' inability to kick strongly had them put 4-3 on the board. So, and there was X amount of footballs finished up hitting the post at the same time. So it was... very valiant from Palmerston. Very strong showing from Saints. Their first couple of games were probably not where Ryan Smith really wanted him to be. This one up against Palmerston, who had been a bit of a form team over the last couple of weeks, he sort of flexed his muscles a little bit tonight, I think.
Yeah, I think they definitely stamped their authority with Palmerston getting over districts and now having a few upsets as well early on in the first 6 rounds. So St Mary's back on the winners list. They toppled over Tiwi last week in a close contest too, so I think they're going to be strong heading into Christmas and then on the other side of the break too. So
yeah, look, Palmerston with losing Tashani Graham too before half-time sort of puts them one rotation or one player short at the same time, which doesn't help your cause. When you're up against one of the powerhouses, you want as many bodies on. You want an even showing, don't you? You want 21 on 21. Unfortunately, they were one short. But we're done.
We are, and thank you for joining us for Indigenous Round with AFL&T's coverage of TIO NTFL 2024-2025 Women's Premier League. So with St Mary's taking the Chocolates 8 goals 13-61 to Palmerston 2 goals 5-17. We'll have a great weekend. There's a few more games to go, I believe. There's one that just finished up at Pint and Nightcliff as well. So we'll be back next week for some more Women's Premier League action.